Here with me to discuss Texas Republican Congressman and co-chair of the House Border Security Caucus, Brian Babin, is back. Welcome back, Congressman.
Good to be with you. Great to be with you.
So I don't understand. There are a couple of things here that are really disturbing to me. One is one of the immigration fixes that Democrats are talking about, a pathway to citizenship for dreamers. It only increases this type of immigration because parents hear that and they think, oh, that's great. So if my child gets across the border, they are automatically an American citizen. It doesn't matter if it's true. That is the perception here. The other thing is they are no longer, Customs and Border Patrol no longer allowed to give ride-alongs to media because they don't want the media, not CBP, but the federal government doesn't want the media seeing any of these pictures.
There's no question about it. We have an unofficial gag order that has come down from DHS and from the administration. Border Patrol, sector chiefs, they cannot share information any longer, pictures, videos, numbers, because they don't want people to know, Kennedy. This is an empowerment that our president and his team have given to the cartels. They have opened up our borders to the entire world. You know, their duty is to the American people, not the people of the world. And they have absolutely endangered not only the American citizens in our entire country, but also to the migrants themselves. They give them a false hope that they can come in and get on this path to citizenship, and they continue to just incentivize crossings. And it just simply is going to be an unmitigated disaster, and it's rapidly approaching that point right now. I heard they had a day when there were 6,000 illegals that they apprehended at the border. It's averaging, about 4,500 to 5,000. They're nabbing. I understand it was 565 unaccompanied children the other day. And if it's not a crisis, all I can say is, why in the world are they opening up all of these new facilities to house these juveniles?
They can't find them fast enough, Congressman. They can't. I mean, that's why they're going to Dallas and Northern California and just outside of Phoenix. They're doing whatever they can. They're scrambling right now to find facilities because kids are sleeping in the floor. They're on the floor. They're not showering. They have no contact with their loved ones. It's impossible to track the people who brought them into the country, and they don't have a plan. So that's a problem. So obviously, all of these federal agencies and systems are completely overwhelmed with no plan to stem the tide to keep children safe. Never mind how you feel about immigration, but what they're putting these kids through and holding them longer than is legally allowed, that is an immoral system. And I don't see any plans to fix that in the short term. The only thing they're doing right now is linguistic gymnastics and trying to figure out how to not say certain words. What is your caucus planning on doing about the kids themselves?
Well, we're sending letters to demand answers of Secretary Mayorkas and the Biden administration to find out why they have reversed. What was their reasoning? What was their logic behind reversing these policies that were developed over 4 years of, because let's face it, when President Trump took office, this border was a mess. It truly was a mess. And after 4 years of hard-earned negotiations with Mexico and the policies that they put in place, Title 42 public health restrictions to protect, our citizens in this country during this pandemic, and then we find out that they're releasing hundreds of COVID-positive illegal aliens into the country, and how about let's reinstitute the migrant protection protocols, and let's start letting these people, if they're seeking asylum, then they need to wait in Mexico or a safe third country.
Well, Mexico, I mean, to your point, Mexico is overwhelmed as well. You know, you think we don't have facilities. They don't have facilities. They have no way of detaining and processing people. And the backlog is mind-boggling. And again, no one really has a plan for it. The only thing that's happening is more and more people are coming here under false pretenses. And it's a cruel thing that this government and this administration is doing to kids especially. And something has to change. Someone has to be accountable. Congressman, we've run out of time, but thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate it.
Biden administration should be held accountable.
They should, absolutely. It's their problem now. All right, back in Washington, D.C., the border